Well, hello everybody, this is Bard Thief. If you can't tell by what I've got out on my desk today, we're going to be picking an Avis 7240. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you a technique that I think works best. But this was suggested to me through the LPU Discord, the method that I use to open these. So I'm going to go ahead and use the vise in this point. As you can see, I've got several 7240s here. I just like to collect the different colors, really. That's the only reason. But I think I'm going to pick this red one today. As you can see, the 7240 can come with a variety of keyways. This one, in particular, is the Yale keyway. You see it's got like that S-bend going on. But you can also find them like this orange one that has the Avis keyway. So as you see, it'll spell Avis. These tend to be a lot wider open. The Yale ones are a little more difficult, so that's the ones that I'm going to focus on today for this video. Let's get these up out of the way. So I really like the Avis 7240. It's just like a gorgeous lock, as I've said in the video. Actually, I picked this red one in my green belt video, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for this nice green belt Avis 7240. I'm gonna go ahead and just chuck that in a vise. So the strategy that I like to use for these, because they are rather difficult, when people get to these, they tend to hit a bit of a wall, and they don't know how to deal with this Avis keyway, the Yale keyway. So what I like to do is I use a 32 thousandths covert instruments turner is my chosen one for this. Just because I'm using it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you necessarily. Your mileage may vary. So this is the method that I use to pick a 7240. Because there's all this space down here, and because it's got that S-bend, it just is helpful to fill up the bottom of the keyway just with something so you can use it as a little shelf to pick off of. And this is what was recommended to me. Obviously, this may not work if there are a lot of like high-low jagged key cuts. Yeah. So another technique I like to use is I just pretty much like to use the shortest hook I can when I'm using this method, because if you use a taller hook, you're just going to be oversetting everything. So I like to use my Jimmy Long's hook. This is a short hook from the beginner set. Actually, this is from the starter set, now that I think on it. So what I like to do is I like to kind of go in sideways. Like lay this flat, go in sideways, and the number one is always going to be the one that sets first. It's always the standard on these particular locks. So you kind of got to get in there and see. So I got my false set. So now we can go through sideways, right? And then as I'm getting underneath each pin, I'm going to give it like a little test by turning my pick. And it looks like number 2 is responding. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the counter rotation when I push on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that up. Right, so, and then it fell back into the false set. If it doesn't fall back into the false set and you feel like you lose your false set, you're just going to have to go back to the number 1, because that's the standard pin that's going to be holding you up the majority of the time, So let's go and try and test number 3. I think I actually set number 3. Oh, so number 3 felt like it fell off of the spool and into the spool, if that makes sense. And now it's counter rotating for me. And I got a click, and the false set came back again. So again, don't have to worry about number 1. So we should have 1, 2, and 3 set. So look at that. Number 4 is the one that's giving me counter rotation. Again, your mileage may vary. Not everybody's going to get a 1, 2, 3, 4 binding order. And then look, number 5 too. I forgot how easy this green one was, because the binding order is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't that crazy? So 6 seems like it's going to give me some trouble. I mean, I feel it counter rotating. It's just, yeah, sometimes with this short hook and you're in the back, it's a little hard to get the set, but there we go. So that's my method. Like, I, again, fill up the bottom of the keyway, and then I put my pick in sideways, and I give it like little twists. I get underneath the pin, and I give it a little twist, and if I feel that it's giving me that feedback, then I'll fully like turn the pick up and then set that pin, and then do the same thing and keep moving on until I get one that responds. So that's how you pick, or at least that's how I pick an Avis 7240. So if that was helpful, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you have similar experiences or you have other methods for picking this lock. I'd be interested to hear it. And also tell me which color is your favorite, because this orange is pretty gorgeous, but I mean the purple though, like, come on, like, I don't know. Let me know.